when the squat happened, we were performing like 3 a.m. It was always Paris all over again, you know, and hundreds and hundreds of students sleeping in this building. One of the concessions that was made was that they would be given the old music college, which was the squat on Diva Street, which was going to be torn down to make way for a car park. But they said, oh, all right then, you can have the squat. And that used to be Manchester Music School. It was a late Victorian red brick municipal style building. You would go up some steps, going through the front door, there'd be like offices on the left and right. Then there were rehearsal rooms all around and up above, and there was a theatre space in the middle, performance space in the middle with a stage, and you could put seating in or take seating out. And so 1970, I think this would be 73 or 7, anyway, certainly in 74, it became what, for want of a better phrase, an arts laboratory, where you could just say, you go along and book it as a communal thing. You know, I want it on Friday night. Sorry, you can't. Somebody else has got it. Okay, Saturday night. Yeah, you can have it Saturday night. And it became very associated with Music Force. We put lots and lots of things on. In 74, we played there. And in 74, I see we also played at MDH. But we went from doing comedy, we said we'd do a one-off music gig, and it was to be a send-up of rock music. And it would feature this character called Norman Sleek, who went throughout music history, i.e. only 25 years, wasn't it? Started off as a rocker, then became a hippie, then became a greatcoat-clad Mandy freak in a heavy metal band, and that was his journey. And I think there were 11 of us. We had a brass section. Some like really top brass players who all thought it was very, very funny. 3 of us fronting it. We had 3 girl singers called the Lillettes. And it was great. It was really good. And everybody said, oh, you've got to do it again. So by September, which is the beginning of term, Love had just been on. And I remember not going to see Love. The social set said, oh, it's great, you're fantastic, you've got to play the MDH. So we played MDH to a presumably very, very bewildered crowd who wouldn't have a clue what was going on. So that was my second big gig in there. But the squat just kept going on and on and on and on. As a musical laboratory, as a place of social revolution, as a place where Music Force could promote, and where we could tell people to promote. And so consequently you then get the punk has exploded, and I think you get the Fall play their first ever gig there. Did Warsaw play there? Yeah. And it was great because it was just down the road from me, and we were outraged when they knocked it down and made a car park, because it was a fabulous gig. So to me, the squat was absolutely magical point in Manchester's alternative history, because so much came from it, and the creativity that was generated within that space is just wonderful. And you know, as much as we can say the Sex Pistols at the Leicester Free Trade Hall changed a generation, I think there's a lot could be argued, a lot was achieved also by the squat, in allowing those people who wanted to change their generation a space to do it in.